So first off, let me just say that as psychopaths, we're very convincing, we're very charming, and we're terrific liars. The only people that know that I was a psychopath my entire life was my family, and everybody else around me has no clue, really. Sometimes I get drunk, though, and I became very violent. Hold on. The most interesting thing about being a psychopath is that we only want people to know things about ourselves that we want them to know about. For instance, all the psychopaths that get arrested, all the ones that you see interviews of, they tell you nothing. They tell you nothing. And they're either trying to avoid responsibility or get out of things or trying to impress people. And as a fellow psychopath, when I watch them, it kind of upsets me because the public will never learn anything about psychopaths. And that's why I wrote the book that I wrote. It's on Amazon, by the way. Click on books at the top of the page as soon as you get to the Amazon page, and then in the search, type in Joe Northrop Psychopath. And you got to scroll down, obviously, because there's a million things on Amazon. But there is a book with a guy playing guitar on the beach to a girl. It's a black and white photo. And above it, it says Psychopath. That's the title of the book because it's awesome. And you're thinking to yourself, like, who's the psychopath? Is the girl the psychopath or is the guy the psychopath? I don't know. So cold this morning. I love it. So anyways, also, I apologize if I did not get back to your comments. I completely thought nobody was going to watch these videos, so I switched over to TikTok. I have a TikTok channel where I just sit in the woods and I drift and I get all like spacey and weird. It's a dope channel. I'm about to film one of those videos in a second. So I'll leave the comment of what my TikTok channel is, how to get the book, and I'll try to get back to your comments later today. So one of the reasons why, nobody knows anything about psychopaths is because we don't want to be known. We don't want anyone to know that we exist, right? So the first thing we'll do is we'll become very convincing. We're obsessed with sleeping around with people. We're obsessed with sex. We're obsessed with people worshiping us and having power. And we very so much identify with people throughout history with power. Whether they're spiritual leaders or dictators or people that have destroyed the lives of others. We look at them and we think they're really interesting people. I was watching the movie The Joker, and I absolutely love the movie, the one with Joaquin Phoenix, and I loved it. And at the end where somebody, spoiler alert, where somebody murdered the parents of Bruce Wayne, I got very, very excited. And I identified with the character, and I absolutely love the character. And if you read my book, it's pretty much that movie. It's fantastic. I love it. I think it's one of the greatest books of all time. Maybe the greatest book of all time, because it's the truth. It's truth. And very few things these days are truth. Everybody wants to sell something. Everybody wants to have this identity, this gimmick. And when I'm trying to sell you my book, I don't want money. I want to live in a field in the forest my entire life and do nothing. I don't care about money. I just want people to know about the mind of a psychopath, because we are fascinating characters. I'm obsessed with myself. Obsessed with myself. Let me say that again. I'm obsessed with myself. I filmed thousands of hours of videos of myself just talking because I like myself so much. And we're never going to want to be fixed. People are always thinking like, oh, well, why don't psychopaths get into IFS therapy? Like I just made a video, Psychopath number 3 or 4, whatever it was. And it was about how IFS therapy could help psychopaths. IFS therapy, Gabor Mate and Alice Miller, I'll leave them in the comments below. Those could fix a psychopath. They can. Absolutely. Those 3 people could fix anything. Richard Schwartz, Gabor Mate, Alice Miller. They could fix anybody. However, psychopaths don't want to be fixed. Because why would we want to change? We're obsessed with ourselves. We get whatever we want. We're very convincing. We manipulate people. We sleep around. And we do whatever the hell we want. Who the hell would want to change that? So if we change that, what's going to happen? We become normal, like the rest of those average humans. By the way, my favorite place in the world is the psych ward. Mental institutions. I love mental institutions. You know, it's hard to try to be an average person. You know, I try to go through my day and being an average person, but there's 2 different people that I am. I'm the person who is the present moment and connected to all things, and I am also somebody that is completely devoid of all things. So I'm detached. So when I get to the bottom of all things, which I always do when I become the present moment and connection and create and one with all things, the same thing always happens to me. When I get deep enough, like really deep, I always come to the same conclusion. And that's the fact that all humans should be eliminated, including myself. All humans should be killed. And we should give the earth back to the trees, the squirrels, the birds, and the sky. And that's my conclusion. Every time. If you really want to know about the mind of the psychopath, buy my books.